Welcome to our podcast. Our guest today is Olaf. He's Dutch, so originally from the Netherlands, now living in UAE, in Abu Dhabi. Very happy to have you here today. Please start with a short introduction about yourself.
Yes, my name is Olaf Penne. I work for Edge Group in Abu Dhabi in the Learning and Innovation Factory there, where I work on creating all kind of training programs, innovation programs in the field of analytics, data, and AI. I have a long history in work already 20 years in data and analytics. Started 20 years ago with Allianz, the German insurance company.
Yes.
Where I started my analytics career and worked for Accenture many years. A lot of consultancy and project delivery there. And the last 6 years, I worked as an interim manager leading data-driven transformations for mainly global companies in Europe.
So when did you first time get in touch with AI in those last 20 years of analytics?
Yeah, I think it's almost 10 years ago. I think then we call it all data science, but looking backwards, it's AI. But where I worked for a financial services company where we did a lot with credit ratings, and based on those credit ratings, we were optimizing the debt collection of the bills and debts that people had to pay back, which had immense results in how we could really improve the performance on who to approach to connect to pay back their bills.
So the AI was basically telling you where it makes sense and where it doesn't make sense to go after those people. Or?
Yeah, people that don't have money, they will not pay you back their bills. People that live in certain areas of the country. People that now we had all kind of we had dozens of features that we're collecting about people that could really forecast which people are going to pay back and which were not. It was impressive, the results that we booked. We did all kind of A/B testing there, where we really learned every month. We learned new things on how we could optimize the process of debt collecting, especially of non-performing loans.
How long is this ago?
This was, I think, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. So already 8 years ago, you already had AI for this kind of purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it was fantastic, the results that we booked. And you see later on, I've worked, that is the nice thing of being a consultant and later an interim manager, that you work in different industries. What
other use cases you experienced in your professional life when it comes to AI?
Yeah, for example, later onwards, I worked for a company and we were using satellite imaging to search for certain objects on the maps, and that was we first tried it with Google Maps, but the resolution was not too high. Then you go to professional imaging, and we learned that is quite expensive. But for a proof of concept, it was doable. But in the end, we could see that the objects we were searching for were too small or hidden by trees and things like that. So it was, the use case was nice. But then later on was the model, we are 60-70% accuracy for this. That's not good enough.
And why did you want to? What kind of objects you were looking for?
We were looking for storage silos. And the point was that we learned. Then we were thinking the concept was very good. We needed to understand where those storage silos were, and.
So everyone who had a storage silo, you could sell something to.
Yes, we wanted to have addresses of people that had a storage silo on their land. The fun was that later we were thinking on it, and we said 60-70% accuracy is not good, and we thinking, but if you want to build a storage silo, you need, and we were a global company, and in every country in the world, if you want to build a storage silo, you need to get a permit from the local authorities.
Yeah.
So, and then we found out AI is not the right technology here. You can better go to the community town hall and ask where, and the authorities, and ask, please give me your data, which was a very much easier and cheaper solution, and that in the end we were very successful with this, with data, but without where we learned AI is not the right solution.
I understand. And today you are also training people in AI, right?
Yes.
What are the main areas of training you are covering?
Now, what you see with the AI technology is that it goes very fast, and we are trying to let people to identify use cases, to embrace the technology, and to really you have always people, early adopters when that started already at the end of 2022, opening their first ChatGPT account, and you also have now people that are still not using it. So it's really good to give the trainings to encourage everyone to use it, or to use it in professional life, and how that is I think the main. Where there are so many tools. AI tools that really can enhance your productivity immense. But also how to use ChatGPT or alternative AI tools, how you can use it effectively to make yourself more productive. And you really see when you train people in that in one in a full day, that people start to get enthusiastic and start using it.
So those people which are coming to the training at the beginning of the day, they are not very good in AI, or they don't have much experience, and at the end of the day you really motivate them to use the tools.
Yes, and although you see some have to open a ChatGPT account at the first hour of the training. Others use it already every day and want to learn more. But there's so much to learn. So that is, I think, one of the things where you can really. But I think another thing with the whole AI transformation, what is important, you also create new roles. AI engineers, data scientists, data engineers. So also there to train them, to give them the right education and training. You see, fortunately, more and more, and especially here in the UAE, that there are very good universities in the domain of AI, and the engineers that we hire from those universities have a very good basic skill set. But the university is the start of your career. And it is, especially in the AI field, it's continuous education. So that are also education programs we are thinking about.
You just said a few use cases or a few tools. What are your most favorite tools next to ChatGPT, and for what use cases you are using them?
As a trainer, I think it's great to use tools like Synthesia, where you can really create trainings, not the training, but create with the help of avatars, and who can give your training, which makes it very easy to give at least very short micro trainings. And you don't need to record it yourself, but you can build it in the. But you can just write down what the avatar needs to say.
You basically write down the training, and the avatar is delivering the training.
The avatar is delivering training. And I don't need a studio. I don't record it. There's no we don't need to repeat it. It works perfectly.
So you also the company you are working for, they are also using it for training the people, or is this just private use for yourself?
This is private use for myself, but we are considering to use that for certain trainings. So we are now running some proof of concept with it if it works, and we can see it. So especially for short trainings, we can use that. And the same is that is, I think, the one of the main tools I currently use next to ChatGPT.
But and in ChatGPT, I mean, all the writing functions and talking functions, I think this is clear. But do you have any special use cases that probably not everyone knows which you are using in ChatGPT?
What I do there is creating some custom GPTs.
You create them yourself, or you use custom GPTs which ChatGPT is proposing you?
Both, and especially also there I use it. For example, I have, but then as several things. I use it for myself. For example, I have some challenges in my training where they need to create assignments, and then to evaluate the assignments, I have created in GPT a custom bot that can do it during the training. So they submit, they make their exercise, they submit it to me, and during the training they can immediately in 10 seconds they get their feedback during the training, which is something which would be impossible in a manual way. There are other fantastic, indeed, custom GPTs that for example, I gave a workshop on for AI for HR, for all for 60. It was a workshop for 60 HR professionals, where there are very interesting custom GPTs that you can use to, for example, to evaluate CVs, to even to select the right person from to select the right person from a list of CVs. It's that are the use cases that I highly promote there. Although always. In my trainings, I always give the attention on the risks, and especially when, for example, when it comes to HR, you touch very fast the data privacy, and that you don't want to upload the personal details in personal CVs to the servers of OpenAI. But if you use anonymized data, which you can do, it is wonderful.
So, in which areas you are giving trainings about AI? You just talked about HR. Which other areas you are mostly giving trainings in?
It's wide. Edge Group is a manufacturer, is a defense company, and especially strong in also in engineering and manufacturing. But especially for the manufacturing, we do a lot. Industry 4.0. So. We are looking to, for example, and train people that work in quality inspection, in predictive maintenance. Those kind of use cases are very relevant, at least for the persons that I train.
Why do you think so many companies are still lagging behind when it comes to the implementation of AI into their processes? Because this is our observation that many companies are not using them yet.
Yes. I think one of the main reasons is scaling is very difficult. And in one hand, if I go back in my career, I'm already for 15 years or very enthusiastic on data and analytics. And that is already my vision 15 years ago was what is happening right now in the field of analytics. So it took 15 years.
Now,
yeah, but also the last 15 years, I also felt very frustrated. And now you see the same with AI. You see if you understand the technology and the current state of technology, a lot is possible, but it doesn't happen. what is different now, and that is what makes me very positive, is that there are all kind of smaller apps where ChatGPT, but also all the AI apps that are available on the market, they can be used by all people, by everyone. And so you see the democratization of AI is very strong at the moment. And so you see that where the corporates are lagging behind, the individual professionals are not lagging behind. They're embracing the technology, and that is the good news. And that, I think that already, at least for me, but also for many of the people I speak with, they are already increasing and their productivity with the help of AI.
But often they are not allowed to use it in the companies. So I talk with a lot of managers. They say, yeah, in privately we do. We also would like to do in our company, but our company rules don't allow it.
Absolutely, which is also quite understandable, because you don't want to have your corporate data on the servers of OpenAI or any other AI provider. Although there are also, I think, technical solutions to mitigate that, but we also have to realize that we are just 1.5 years after the release of the ChatGPT 3.5, which is, in terms of technology adoption, very short. And I think if you look now, it has the attention of it is, I think, on the agenda of every boardroom. It's on the agenda. So, and that is where I think where it starts. So it will come, but going back, why is it so? These are the good things. Why is it going? It is not. It is working with AI requires a transformation. It is not that easy. It has a very strong technology component. You need to have the technology in house. Had the people component. That's the part I focus on at the moment. Had the people component. You need to create awareness. You need to create adoption. The process component. If you have the AI, it requires another way of working, which is requires a lot of change management. And last, but definitely not least, if you want to build good AI solutions and products, it requires data. It requires very good data. That is, I think, something that, if you work in data analytics as I do,
frustration hasn't become better.
Yeah, but that is something I'm aware of, that, and I'm raising that topic already for the last 50 years. But you see also now that gets on the board, the attention on the boardroom, that data is very important. You need to organize and manage your data, structure your data, collect your data, because that is the only way to create unique AI products and solutions.
So can AI also help to, let's say, clean the data? Because as you rightly say, data is, I think, the biggest problem that companies have. They have data, but it's pretty much unstructured and unclean and so on. Do you think AI can also help in this?
For sure. That is, AI can help there with cleaning, with organizing, with creating metadata on the data. But it also requires a data strategy, a data collection, data governance, and that are not always easy topics. Also, that needs a change management. It needs creative awareness. And it is a very everyone wants to be more productive with the help of AI, or create smart products with the help of AI, and that's the sexy thing. But the data governance behind it, it's a prerequisite, but not that sexy, and also it's another wave of creating awareness and adoption to get that done.
So without people like you, trainers and experts in AI, I think it's very difficult for a company to implement AI. So just with its own people, I think it's pretty impossible. So you need AI consultants, you need AI trainers to do so. Is this right?
It is, and I think that it is important, I think, for developing and the human side of the capability, I think it is important to train the workforce for 3 reasons. It is for 3 reasons. 1, to embrace the technology, to start using it. Second, because to adapt to their changing jobs. Jobs are changing. How does everyone's jobs will change in the coming 3 to 5 years? Because AI will take over parts of the job. And 3, you need to train the AI professionals to get them to build up the right workforce to accelerate AI in your company. And so that is the reason why training in AI is very important. And for all the other things, I think so that is important. And for the technology and the process and the data part, I think it's always good if you want to speed up and accelerate things to work with experts that have done it before.
So as training is definitely very important, I hope that soon we will also have you as trainer on AIX, because this is basically what we are doing, training companies in the usage of AI. So we would be very happy to have you soon also on our platform.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to that.
So Olaf, thank you very much for coming, for your time, and for this great conversation. All the best for you, and see you
again
very soon on our platform.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.